So the corpus callosum is on this brain, is right here. This area right here on this model, the corpus callosum is this white area right here. The fornix is this under area right here next to the corpus callosum. So the fornix is right there, and the fornix in this model is right here. Fornix. So, did you see that? The septum pellucidum is the covering of the fourth ventricle, which is right here. So it kind of is the membrane that covers the fourth ventricle in this area. So this is the fourth ventricle, and the septum pellucidum covers it. So over here, this is the fourth ventricle, and the septum pellucidum covers that. The thalamus, and this one, it is this little body right here, the thalamus. And in this model, it is this body right here, the thalamus. The hypothalamus is below the thalamus. So in this one, it's this area right here, so right below the thalamus, hypothalamus. And this one, it would be this area right here, the hypothalamus, below the thalamus. The pineal gland. We said in the other video that this was the infundibulum, which was wrong. This is actually the pineal gland right here. This little pink thing sticking out. And in this one, I think this would be the pineal gland right here. Don't you think, Emma?
I think so.
It's not on there. So.
Yeah, okay.
Pons in this model. These are the pons right here. This little thing right here. And the medulla oblongata, and this one is right here, right below the pons. So if you're looking from this angle, pons, medulla oblongata right here, all part of the brain stem. And the spinal cord is in the middle of the brain stem, so it runs up through there like that. And the pituitary gland on this model right here, the pituitary gland is right here, and the infundibulum is this little portion connected to the pituitary gland. So in this model, when I put this portion back on, the little thing sticking up is the infundibulum, and the pituitary, I think, was supposed to be on the end of it. So lateral ventricles, there are two of them, and like I said, the lateral ventricles are right here. Did I say that was the lateral earlier? Or did I say that was the fourth ventricle?
No, the fourth ventricle is down
that's
there.
down there. So this is the lateral ventricles, yeah. So the lateral ventricles are up here, like I said, and right here again. Covered by the septum pellucidum. And then the third ventricle is between the where's that other paper? It's between the thalamus and the corpus callosum.
The fornix. Did we say that?
And the fornix, yes, but it's kind of extended part of it. Yeah, so the fornix is here, the thalamus is here, and this is our pineal gland. But this space right here, I don't really know why it's colored weird. I don't know if it's trying to show something, but it would be the third ventricle. This over here would be the fornix, and the third ventricle, I guess, would be the space. The cerebral aqueduct actually connects the cerebellum to the rest of the brain right here. So when this picture is good, the cerebral aqueduct is, as you can see right here, the space between the cerebellum and the superior colliculus and pineal body right here. So see the cerebellum and the pineal body, the space right there. That is the cerebral aqueduct. Let's see on here, that would be, the cerebral aqueduct would be right in here. The fourth ventricle is down at the end right here between the brainstem and the cerebellum. And I think in this one it would be right here-ish. Somewhere around here. I don't really know. This one's hard to see. But the fourth ventricle is down by the cerebellum, between the cerebellum and the brainstem. The dura mater is a waxy outer covering. It actually goes over the top of these brains. It looks like wax paper, kind of. It's not on this right now. But then between the dura mater and the pia mater, which the pia mater is the layer of substance that's between the gyrus or the gyri, which was plural, I can't remember. But within the sulcus or within the sulci, the pia mater is in there, and it's kind of a thin substance that kind of coats the brain. So it goes pia mater, then arachnoid layer, and then dura mater, which is the waxy stuff.